Most preppers building a canned meat stockpile are working with maybe 4 or 5 products: Spam, Vienna sausages, whatever tuna is cheapest, and a couple of cans of something that looked useful at the time. Meanwhile, Keystone Canned Chicken sits on the same Walmart shelf with 2 ingredients: a 5-year documented shelf life and the equivalent of 84 pounds of usable cooked protein per 48 cans, and most people walk right past it. I went through ingredient panels, USDA documentation, nutritional data, and a decade of prepper community testing. Here are 20 canned meats worth actually stockpiling, grouped by what they do for your survival kitchen. Before we get into the ranking, you need to understand what never expire actually means, because the phrase is both true and misleading at the same time. The USDA's official position is that best buy dates are for quality, not safety. Federal law does not require expiration dates on canned food. The only exception is infant formula. When commercial pressure canning works correctly, it achieves what the USDA calls commercial sterility, which means the Clostridium botulinum spores that cause botulism have been destroyed. If the seal stays intact and the can stays undamaged, the food is microbiologically stable, potentially for decades. Start with fish, because fish is where the nutrition gap in most prepper stockpiles is the widest. The omega-3 fatty acids, the vitamin D, the calcium from edible bones, none of that comes from a can of Spam. And the range of quality across canned fish is enormous, which means the brand you choose matters more here than almost anywhere else on this list. A safe catch elite wild tuna is where the fish category begins, and the story behind it is worth understanding. The founder's mother developed mercury poisoning from eating conventional canned tuna every day. He developed a proprietary mercury testing technology and went to every major tuna brand with it. Every single one declined, so he built Safe Catch instead. The result is the only canned tuna on the market that tests every individual fish before purchasing it. Not a batch sample, not a random check, every fish. Their limit for elite is 0.1 parts per million, which is 10 times stricter than the FDA's action limit of 1.0 parts per million. The actual tested average across their inventory is 0.04 parts per million, 25 times below what the FDA allows. About 1 in 4 fish they test fails that standard and gets rejected before purchase. The National Fisheries Institute, the trade group representing the largest conventional tuna brands, formally challenged Safe Catch's mercury claims. The National Advertising Division reviewed everything and confirmed the claims were substantiated. The label says wild fish and sea salt. That is the entire ingredient list. BPA-free can. No fillers, no preservatives, no sodium nitrite. If there is anyone in your household who is pregnant, nursing, under 12, or planning to eat tuna daily in an extended emergency, Safe Catch Elite is the non-negotiable choice. Wild Planet albacore and skipjack. Wild tuna covers the rest of the household and the bulk of the tuna stockpile. Wild Planet catches 100% of its tuna using pole and line methods. No nets, no fads, no long lines. They target younger, a smaller migratory albacore between 3 and 5 years old compared to the 6 to 12-year-old deep-sea fish that industrial brands harvest. Younger fish accumulate less mercury. The tuna is cooked exactly once inside the sealed can, which keeps the natural omega-3 oils intact, an average of 705 milligrams of DHA and EPA per serving for the albacore. No water is added, no oil, no fillers. When you open a Wild Planet can, every ounce of weight is usable fish. Conventional brands add up to 35% water or broth, which means only 65 to 70% of what you paid for is actual protein. The can lining is BPA-free, non-GMO project verified, kosher. Greenpeace rated this brand #1 among canned seafood companies for sustainability practices. Stock 48 or more cans per person, and rotate with Safe Catch for any household member with higher mercury sensitivity. Kirkland Signature Albacore tuna from Costco fills the budget volume slot. The ingredient list is clean: albacore tuna, water, vegetable broth, salt. No sodium nitrite, no mechanically separated anything. And critically, Costco sources this product independently. It is not produced by any of the 3 major tuna brands that were involved in the federal price-fixing conspiracy that resulted in guilty pleas and a $100 million criminal penalty. If you are buying tuna at Costco scale and you want clean ingredients without brand history concerns, Kirkland Albacore is the right bulk buy. Rotate it with Wild Planet or Safe Catch for daily consumption. The albacore mercury profile is higher than skipjack and warrants rotation management over weeks or months. Wild Planet. Wild sockeye salmon is a different conversation entirely. Consumer Reports and Consumer Lab both independently tested sockeye and pink salmon and found 0 measurable mercury and 0 measurable arsenic, the cleanest result of any canned fish category in either test. Omega-3 content second only to sardines. The bones, softened completely by the canning process and fully edible, provide calcium, which becomes genuinely hard to source in a grid-down scenario with no dairy access. Wild Planet's version is BPA-free, cooked once in the can, no water or fillers added, non-GMO verified. This is the fish you open when someone in your household needs the highest quality, lowest risk protein you have. Stock a minimum of 24 cans per person. Kirkland Wild Alaskan Pink Salmon from Costco gives you the same 0 mercury confirmation at Costco pricing. Wild-caught Alaskan fish, clean label, best volume to cost ratio for salmon stockpiling. Use Wild Planet as the quality anchor and Kirkland for the bulk of the salmon supply. Seasoned brand sardines in olive oil is the product most preppers skip and the one they most need. A single 100-gram tin delivers up to 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, 4 times what you get from the same weight of light tuna. Sardines are among the lowest mercury fish available because they are small, short-lived, and low on the food chain. The bones provide calcium and vitamin D. Each tin delivers a meaningful portion of your daily vitamin B12. Seasoned brand has been producing wild-caught tinned fish since 1921. Non-GMO project verified. Gluten-free. Available in olive oil, tomato sauce, brine, and unsalted water. Real variety from a single brand that helps prevent the flavor fatigue that makes people abandon their stockpile. The olive oil version stores better over time and adds caloric density that matters in a calorie-restricted emergency. Stock a minimum of 24 cans per person. No other product on this list covers the micronutrient gaps that sardines fill. Wild Planet Wild Sardines in extra virgin olive oil is the premium upgrade for preppers who are already running the full Wild Planet lineup. BPA-free can, cooked once, sustainably caught, non-GMO. The process is the same once-cooked standard that Wild Planet applies across all its seafood. If you are already buying Wild Planet tuna and salmon, adding the sardines consolidates your stockpile into a single brand with consistent sourcing and process standards. That is the fish and seafood category locked in. Now the pure muscle meat products, and this is where the list goes from good to genuinely surprising. Because the best canned beef, chicken, pork, and turkey available in America right now uses 2 ingredients and costs $6 at Walmart. Keystone Meats is made in Lima, Ohio. Every product is sourced, processed, and packaged entirely in the United States, USDA inspected. The meat is never frozen before canning, which preserves texture and flavor in a way that conventional brands, which freeze-thaw before processing, cannot match. The process is vacuum sealed before cooking. are then slow cooked under pressure inside the can, BPA-free. 5-year USDA documented shelf life, with the prepper community consistently reporting excellent quality well past 10 years. And the ingredient lists are not a compromise, they are a statement. Keystone Canned Chicken in the 28-ounce can is 2 ingredients, chicken and salt. No BPA, no water filler, no sodium nitrite, no preservatives, no mechanically separated anything. At 180 milligrams of sodium per 3-ounce serving, it is among the lowest sodium canned meats available anywhere, a number that matters enormously when your entire diet is coming from cans for weeks or months, and every other product is adding to that daily sodium total. One 28-ounce can is the equivalent of roughly 1.75 pounds of fully cooked, ready-to-eat chicken at $3 to $4 per pound. 48 cans per person works out to approximately 84 pounds of usable cooked chicken protein. Chicken soup, chicken stew, chicken and rice, chicken tacos, chicken pasta, chicken salad on crackers. It works in more survival cooking scenarios than any other protein on this list. Available at Walmart and Kroger right now. Keystone ground beef in the 28-ounce can is beef and sea salt. 2 ingredients, 94% lean, pressure-cooked, vacuum-sealed in the can. A reviewer from Blue Collar Prepping made spaghetti with it in 2021 and wrote that they could not tell the difference from beef they had cooked themselves. No metallic taste, no preservative flavor, nothing off. One can produces 2 solid family meals in a crisis. At $6 to $8 at Walmart, you are paying $3 to $4 per pound for fully cooked, neat, ready-to-eat lean ground beef with no refrigeration required and a 5-year shelf life. Tacos, pasta sauce, chili, stew, shepherd's pie, stuffed peppers, one product, effectively unlimited recipe range. Keystone Canned Pork in the 28-ounce can is pork and salt. Same process, same shelf life, same BPA-free standard. The reason pork earns its slot alongside the chicken and beef is flavor variety, and flavor variety in a long-term emergency is not a luxury. It is a morale issue. Add BBQ sauce and you have pulled pork sandwiches. Add it to beans and rice, and you have a complete protein meal with a completely different flavor profile from anything your chicken cans produce. After 3 weeks of chicken and beef, a can of pork is meaningful. Keystone Canned Turkey in the 28-ounce can is turkey and salt. 2 ingredients. Same 5-year shelf life. The practical case for turkey alongside chicken is the same as pork alongside beef. Variety sustains compliance with a stockpile over time. Turkey soup tastes different from chicken soup. Turkey over stuffing seasoning with canned gravy is a Thanksgiving meal in a grid-down scenario, and that kind of morale moment is documented to matter in extended emergencies. Build 48 or more cans per person across the full Keystone range, chicken, beef, pork, turkey, and buy it at Walmart on every shopping trip until you reach your target. Yoder's canned meats sit behind the Keystone rotation as the deep larder layer, and they earn that position through a process distinction that no major retail brand can match. Here is the difference. Conventional commercial canning pre-cooks the meat in large industrial batches, then hot loads it into cans and vacuum seals them. Because the can is loaded while the product is already hot, residual oxygen remains inside. That residual oxygen limits safe quality to 2 to 5 years. Yoder's loads raw meat into the cans by hand, vacuum seals first, and then cooks the sealed cans in a retort vessel under pressure. The result is 0 residual oxygen in the finished product. The environment inside the can is microbiologically inert. A customer once brought an 18-year-old Yoder's can to the cannery. They opened it together. Excellent taste and texture. Yoder's beef chunks are beef, or beef with a small amount of ascorbic acid, vitamin C, added for color preservation. No other additives, no preservatives. U.S. farm-raised, USDA inspected, Amish produced. And the 10-plus year shelf life rewrites the rotation math entirely. You buy it once, and it sits in your deep larder for a decade without replacement. Yoder's chicken chunks are chicken, water, and salt. The deep larder backup that operates behind your Keystone chicken rotation, ready to take over when the 5-year Keystone supply has cycled through. Stock 12 to 24 cans of each per person and rotate every 8 to 10 years. And then there is Yoder's canned bacon, which holds a position on this list that no other product can claim. Each 12-ounce can contain 60 to 70 slices of 100% USDA inspected pork bacon, fully cooked, hand-rolled in parchment paper, and sealed. Over 4 pounds of raw bacon go into every can before cooking and fat drainage. The same sealed retort process gives this bacon a 10-plus year shelf life. No refrigeration until opened. The prepper community consensus across Survivalist Forum, Be Prepared Emergency Essentials, and MRE Depot reviews is consistent. This actually tastes like bacon, not a compromise, not a simulation. Bacon. Bacon transforms rice and beans from survival rations into something a family can eat with something resembling normalcy. It makes eggs feel like breakfast. It makes any stew feel like a meal someone chose to cook. The psychological value of that in month 4 of a grid-down scenario is real and documented. The cost is real too. $25 to $31 per 12-ounce can, $244 for a case of 12. But 60 to 70 slices times 12 cans is 720 to 840 slices of real bacon with a decade of shelf life. Stock 1 case per person per decade. Available exclusively at mredepot.com. Now the complete meal category, which solves a problem the pure protein cans cannot. Every Keystone and Yoder's product requires something else to become a meal. Rice, pasta, broth, vegetables, seasoning. These 4 require nothing. Open the can, heat it or don't. The meal is already there. Dinty Moore beef stew has been on American shelves for over 80 years, and the reason it survives that long is straightforward. Large chunks of real beef, cut carrots, and potatoes in a rich gravy that actually tastes like stew. Hormel removed artificial preservatives from the formula. The shelf life is now maintained entirely by the canning process itself. Gluten-free. 10 grams of protein per serving. Rated best complete meal canned option in multiple independent taste tests. And you can eat it cold from the can in a power outage or heat it in 2 minutes over a camp stove, and it delivers the closest thing to a home-cooked dinner that a shelf-stable can produce. In a real emergency, that matters more than any nutrition label. Stag chili with beans, the Silverado or country brand variety, is the most versatile complete meal can on the list. Real beef and pork, intact kidney beans, whole tomatoes. The distinction that makes Stag worth specifically naming over generic canned chili is texture. The beef in Stag comes out as actual chunks, not paste dissolved into gravy. 14 to 15 grams of protein per serving. No artificial preservatives. Open it over rice, over baked potatoes, over pasta, onto nachos, or directly into a bowl with crackers. One can stretch over 4 cups of cooked rice feeds a family. If Stag is unavailable in your area, Hormel chili with beans is made by the same company with a slightly different formula and is a reliable alternative. Stock both. Hormel Mary Kitchen corned beef hash covers the breakfast slot, which is the meal category that the rest of this list does not. America's #1 selling hash per Kirkana market data. Real beef, diced potatoes, and seasoning. No mechanically separated meat, fully cooked and ready to eat cold or pan-fried for crispy edges. Rated best overall in multiple independent taste tests against competing brands. In a grid-down scenario, breakfast matters more than people anticipate. A real hot breakfast, hash crisped in a pan, eggs if you have them, does something for group morale that protein bars and crackers simply do not. Mary Kitchen is the only product on this list that covers that role. DAC Premium Canned Ham in the shelf-stable pantry version is 100% whole muscle ham, not mechanically separated, not a paste or a blend. Whole muscle, fully cooked, no refrigeration required until opened, 4 to 5 year shelf life, made in Denmark. The reason DAC earns a slot alongside the Keystone and Yoder's whole muscle meats is what it does that none of them can. It is a holiday meal. Scored and glazed with brown sugar in a grid-down Thanksgiving or sliced cold for breakfast alongside Mary Kitchen hash, DAC ham delivers the kind of morale that whole muscle chicken and ground beef simply cannot replicate. One critical note, DAC sells 2 products. The shelf-stable pantry version achieves commercial sterility and is what you want for long-term storage. The refrigerated version requires cold storage and is not appropriate for a prepper stockpile. Check the label before you buy. The final 2 products round out the chicken category with options for households where organic sourcing or Costco-scale bulk buying is the priority. Wild Planet organic roasted chicken breast is USDA certified organic, skinless, boneless chicken breast, BPA-free can. No water added as filler, no sodium nitrite, no preservatives. Cooked once in the can, which means the natural juices stay in the meat, rather than draining away during industrial pre-cooking on open racks. For any household where antibiotic-free and organic sourcing matters, families with young children, and households with specific health priorities, this is the clean chicken anchor. Pair it with Keystone Chicken for a 2-tier stockpile, Wild Planet as the quality reserve, Keystone as the everyday volume. Kirkland Signature canned chicken breast from Costco is chunk white chicken breast packed in water, fully cooked, clean label, and priced at the best per ounce rate for canned chicken at national retail. If your stockpile strategy runs through Costco, this is the volume buy chicken that anchors the bulk of your supply. Use Wild Planet or Keystone as the quality layer above it. Here is the complete framework in plain terms. Your stockpile covers 5 protein types: tuna, salmon, sardines, pure muscle meat, and ready-to-eat complete meals. Fish covers micronutrients and omega-3s that nothing else on this list provides. Safe Catch for mercury purity, Wild Planet for process integrity, Kirkland for volume. Season brand sardines for the nutritional density that the entire stockpile would otherwise be missing. Keystone covers accessible everyday protein at Walmart prices with a 2-ingredient standard that most people do not know exists. Yoder's covers the deep larder, the 10-year reserve that sits behind your 5-year Keystone rotation and does not need to be touched for a decade. Dinty Moore, Stag, and Mary Kitchen cover the complete meal category that pure protein cans cannot address on their own. DAC covers the morale and versatility that comes specifically from whole muscle ham. Yoder's Bacon covers the morale anchor that no other product on any shelf can replace. Your 20-can starter build, 6 cans. Keystone Chicken 28 ounces, 6 cans. Keystone Ground Beef 28 ounces, 4 cans. Wild Planet or Safe Catch Elite Tuna, 2 cans. Wild Planet Sockeye Salmon or Kirkland Wild Alaskan Pink Salmon, 2 cans. Seasoned brand sardines in olive oil, 2 cans. DAC Ham Shelf Stable, 2 cans. Dinty Moore Beef Stew, 1 can. Stag Chili with Beans, 1 can. Hormel Mary Kitchen Corned Beef Hash. That is your foundation. Add Wild Planet Organic Chicken and Kirkland Canned Chicken for volume. Add Yoder's Bacon and the Yoder's Deep Larder cans once the foundation is set. 2 ingredients, clean process, real food. That is the standard everything on this list is held to, and every one of them clears it. Clears